Hey y'all! So final voting for the Oscars began on Monday and it closes Tuesday. With the holiday weekend hanging in between, I figured I'd offer my own for your considerations, just in case any voters were looking for suggestions. Because who better to look to than a Virginia-based grad student? Number 1, Denzel Washington. Look, I know he's won twice already, but seriously, Denzel dominates. Casey Affleck, following BAFTA and Golden Globe kudos, looks like your winner, but we can change that. I know many see his Manchester by the Sea performance as this towering triumph that puts him among the great leading men in cinema, if those blurbs in the trailer are to be trusted. But look, I mope around for 120 consecutive minutes, at least several times a week, and the New York Film Critics Circle has never recognized my work with its Best Actor prize. Washington, meanwhile, is a subtle and overbearing force of nature all at once in Fences. Some of his directorial choices are off a bit, but thanks to his performance, Troy Maxson starts off feeling like his own sort of weird performance as life, only for those layers to be peeled away as life changes and leads to tragedy. If you think Affleck is great, fine, whatever. But I hope people within and outside the Motion Picture Academy understand that the silver screen rarely brings us a dramatic, nuanced story about Black families. Fences uses the conventions of the traditional family drama, that are generally centered on white families, to frame its conflicts, but it also makes them very specific to Black audiences. And I'm not just saying that because it's a movie with an all-Black cast. I'm saying this because I pay very much attention to what Black critics have to say about movies that are meant to relay their experiences. Because, I can't personally relate. For obvious reasons. And if there is some sort of odd disconnect with the presumably straight older white guys who vote on this type of stuff, I'm not saying you have to like this movie. I'm not saying you have to like or have any particular feelings about any movie. But keep in mind, art can and should challenge how you feel about the world around you. You should be challenged to think outside your comfort zone. Moving right along. Number 2, give Moonlight something. Lion claimed supporting actor and adapted screenplay trophies with BAFTA earlier this week. Moonlight had previously led the charge with the Oscars in both races, and maybe it still does. After all, Barry Jenkins' ethereal yet grounded drama that thrives in its beautiful contradictions competed as an original script with the Brits. But it lost that award to Manchester by the Z's. La La Land, of course, waltzed away with top honors from the Directors Guild of America and the Producers Guild of America, and most of us thought that would happen. Less expected, though, was Hidden Figures' eyebrow-raising victory with the Screen Actors Guild. And Moonlight also competes as an original script with the Writers Guild of America, so that guild is not going to help us figure this out at all. Let's face it. I hate to say it, but Moonlight could lose all 8 of its Oscar races. Come on, get it together. Personally, it's my first pick for at least 2 of its nominations, including Best Picture, and it should be in the conversation for the win in most of its other categories. This character study dismantles stereotypes without feeling like it's bound by, or to, its clear desire to shatter tropes, and tells a fulfilling, compelling, heartbreaking, and spirit-raising coming-of-age story. And Black queer men rarely get the spotlight, especially in the realm of cinema. And it's not like a win for Moonlight would be some sort of token win. This movie is exceptional in every way. Celebrate it. And I get that not every movie works for every person, but I do kind of question your humanity if you were moved by absolutely nothing in this movie. Number 3, disregard almost everything I just said. Maybe. Wait, what? I have a friend, and I won't name him, because that's me. He likes movies a lot. I like movies a lot. We talk about movies a lot. He claimed La La Land to be nothing more than a vapid, meaningless love letter to Hollywood. He's free to have that opinion, of course. But guess what, y'all? At the time that he and I had this conversation, he hadn't seen La La Land. Oh, I just know from the trailer. No, you don't. Just no. You need to have an informed opinion to have an opinion. So don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for any of it. I really just want y'all to have a full, thorough opinion of what you're voting for. So don't listen to me. Again, not in the industry. I'm in Virginia. Why the hell would you? Watch all the movies for yourselves. I imagine you've seen a good chunk of them. You've at least seen La La Land, don't lie. Just don't get caught up in all the hype. Like, don't vote for your bestie in a category if you haven't seen all the nominees in their category. Or if they're not the best in their category. And don't assume Meryl Streep's Florence Foster Jenkins towers over Natalie Portman's Jackie, just because you're judging them on their collective bodies of work, or, God forbid, some of their recent performances. I mean, that's what? Into the Woods and Thor the Dark World? I'll count down the days to Oscar on this channel, with videos illuminating my personal and as objective as they possibly can be, thoughts on several different Oscar categories. But I'm only recording these videos for categories in which I've seen all the nominees. Now, I'll make predictions for every Oscar race, because who does not predict in all the categories? But I don't think it would be appropriate to make this type of video for every single Oscar category, because I have not seen every single movie and short that has been recognized by the Motion Picture Academy this year. But how can I offer a personal take on the lineup if I have not seen the movies myself? That same kind of thinking goes for awards voters too. All this to say, members of the Motion Picture Academy who have not been screwed out of their voting privileges, think on your ballots. I know many of y'all do, but I've seen some of those anonymous voter profiles, and Jesus, take the wheel. Contemplate your choices, because, and this is true of everyone within the Academy, y'all are part of an incredible organization that celebrates art for the impact it can and does have. Y'all cement the reputations of films for generations to come. Movies like Casablanca and All About Eve and Network, among many others, will be remembered and cherished throughout history, or whatever we have left of it at this point, partially because these movies were recognized by your organization. Take pride in that, but also remember that responsibility. One thing that you all, members of the Motion Picture Academy, have in common with a Virginia-based grad student like me, and probably most of the people watching this video, is that we care about art, specifically movies. So be critical, use your voice. To get Denzel his third Oscar, damn it! Thanks y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your taking the time to do so. Of course, hit that like button if you like this video, and hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more content from me. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!